And now is the Peace, man. Been a while, man. I had to let that one loose. Could do the MC Hammer now. Oh, now it's a vibrate, y'all. Happy now. Wanna speak on how things are changing, man. The learning curve is coming quick, man. Right now, I'm pretty sure some of us are experiencing very strong learning curve vibrations as far as like I've been experiencing demons coming at me on a level that's getting almost like like the show Charm, and I'm not bullshitting like it's and to a certain extent, of course, you know, because again, it's more of that. And that's something I should say too, because we're walking in the light. You just attract those energies for the better or the worse. But things are definitely getting to that part of the learning curve of learning, like, all right, these things really do exist, and the way the vibrations is moving and everything is, raising, the veil is lifting. We're really gonna be connecting more with these once unseen energies are gonna be a little more visible in the near future, and gotta be aware of that. And another thing too, to dealing with spirituality, where again, where I tell people, you know, you don't get so positive or optimistic to where you ignore the dark or, you know, the other forces that, you know, that are a reality of how can I say, that you have to be aware of. Because even like how I bring up with dealing with the news, it's like, you know, you don't want to sit there and watch the news all day, you know, but you want to be aware of it. You want to be able to just brush past the story and keep it moving, you know, like, all right, cool, it's good to know. You know, I'm aware now, you know, demons are eating genitals instead of hearts right now. All right, cool, good to know, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna sit there and just watch a special, you know, demons are eating hearts and watch like a 5-hour special about it, you know what I'm saying? No, catch the information and keep it moving, you know. But you know, it's definitely getting to that point though of like where you can't ignore that there are gonna be quote unquote evil or darker forces. Another thing too, where people forget that you know, there are dark beings that vibrate higher than, you know, than us on a physical level. You know, there's levels to this. Is a hierarchy. So, you know, just like you may have demons on this plane, you know, you got demons that vibrate on a higher level than us. That's on another plane, you know, doing whatever, you know, things they do. And I'm just using the word demon for lack of a better terminology. You know, just dark energy in essence, but what a lot of people like to call evil energy. But also getting into how we're gonna be dealing with this unity consciousness, because we're moving into unity consciousness. But I tell everybody, it's more of a unity consciousness of we're moving into a place where we'll all be on the same page about how the universe works. Like we'll all know of the Emerald Tablet and the Hermetic principles. We'll know the Kabbalion, the 7 laws of the universe. You know, it's gonna get to the point where no one human being is gonna not know that. Like everything in existence, in essence, is gonna know and respect those laws in some way, form, or fashion. But just because we're all gonna have that understanding of the universe doesn't mean that we all have to act the same. And just because we're all gonna have that understanding of the universe doesn't mean that you know, that evil or darkness won't exist, you know, and things of this nature, you know. But we're gonna have the unity consciousness. But I tell everybody, just like on Star Wars, you know, where you got a council meeting, and the people who fighting against each other on a daily basis, in essence, is right across from each other, making, you know, I'm gonna say it right, legislature, making legislature for the whole universe, you know. So you got the dark, you know, with Darth Vader and all his goons, and then you got Yoda and all his people, all in the same little, you know, the little spiral meeting room that I think most of the Star Wars movies have. I think the same one, you know, where they all making these little, you know, again, this little legislature for the universe, where we moving into that vibration where, you know, respecting the dark for what it is, respecting the light for what it is, you know, having that to each his own vibration, you know, live and let live, you know, just as long as we respecting the 7 laws of the universe and overstanding them. And when we say long as we're respecting, that's to, you know, it's a free will universe, of course. So some people may, you know, try to be out of line, but they do have, like I say, energies to police that. Because I always brought up how we, like, why time travel is one of those things, you know, where it's always personified as something bad in all these little movies, you know, because that's something that's kind of like policed on a astral level, you know, how we move around on timelines. But also, we're becoming extremely authentic. So we're gonna be really moving into that vibration. Also, we're becoming extremely authentic, and plus our metaphysical abilities are heightening more and more. Now, some of us are a little more, how can I say, our spiritual gifts are a little more heightened than others. But for the most part, all humans that's gonna be left in this new earth, because that's the thing too, is only beings who are supposed to move forward are gonna move forward. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the beings on New Earth. What I was gonna say? Oh yeah, gonna have those abilities. You know, gonna have those abilities. But some of us, again, abilities are a little more heightened than others, and that doesn't mean nobody better or levels to it. Just different levels of how heightened somebody's gifts may be. But that's also raising up right now, and it's getting kind of like I reference X-Men, like it's starting to become like X-Men, which I got a little story which is gonna be for another video, but coming across a queen, you know, a sister and dime that, well, our experience was basically like an X-Men experience, you know, from sparring, psychic sparring to just exchanging information through auric fields, to seeing how, you know, how we could be on the same team in essence, but kind of really disagree. You know, like how, cause say for instance, you watch X-Men, you know, Wolverine and always get along with Cyclops, and you know, Beast may not always got along with Wolverine, like, you know, like all different types of vibrations going on there, but at the end of the day, they all was about the same cause. And you're gonna start to see that vibration really manifest, you know, you know, we're gonna start meeting with, you know, our fellow star beings, soul family, and some of us are gonna have, how can I say, unique vibrational signatures that the other one may not agree upon, but who cares, because it's not meant for us to agree upon each other's vibrational signature, you know. It's meant for us to be what we are, be who we are, you know, and I say who we are just to be, you know, be that being, I am that I am, you know, be what's true to you, and the rest will fall in place. But that's why you see with a lot of these cartoons, though, you know, where somebody could have a strong personality, like where there's a bunch of strong personalities across the board, you know. Storm is a certain type of way, Cyclops is a certain type of way, Jean is a certain type of way, Xavier is a certain type of way, Magneto is a certain type of way, you know, Mystique is a certain type of way, you know, Sabretooth, you know, like everybody has their own unique vibration, you know. And again, we're gonna be moving to that extremely authentic place, you know, of becoming who we truly soulfully are, you know. And matter of fact, what's another thing too, where you might find in these times where your ego is gonna become a little more scared again, because now it's really getting to that real deal time of taming it fully, like losing the identity aspect of ego. Like, of course, you're gonna still tame your ego and use your humanity in this physical existence, but like that last bit of consciously thinking that you are, you know, some type of physical identity and that's it, you know, that's going out the window. You know, so you start to feel that ego really just kind of like feeling that little uneasiness of it about to evaporate on that level. But again, it's not about, you know, I used to have my rants on killing the ego, but it's more about taming it, you know, and riding it like a dragon and actually killing it. You know, you don't want to really kill it as much as you want to tame it, because it's a balancing act. You know, we use it in this physical form, so you don't want to kill. Like, that's like saying I'm gonna go to Mars and I'm gonna get me this bodysuit, but I'm gonna kill my bodysuit. As soon as I get to Mars, I'm gonna kill my bodysuit and every aspect of it. It's like I'm gonna kill the technology of my bodysuit, and it's like I want to kill it. You know, you might want to tame your bodysuit, because if you kill it, then how will you be able to walk on Mars? You know, in the first place. You know, just as an analogy. You know. But all these abilities and gifts are heightening and starting to wake up. Back to the demon situation too. You're gonna start seeing that, all right, psychic protection, especially for the high vibrational light beings, man. Now we're really starting to see how much we truly are that target, you know, for certain demonic beings in essence. So you definitely want to deal with psychic attack crystals to protect yourself. Black obsidian and smoky quartz is just something to think of. Oh, and fire agate. Matter of fact, where my fire agate? Do I have it around? Do I have it? Go, 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 go. I did not write that song, by the way, for a copyright reason. Go, shorty. It's your birthday. But that fire agate, definitely great for protection against psychic attacks, and also even exposing who may be attacking you, because it'll send that energy right back to that person. Also, don't forget about cutting cards, the spleen chakra. Spleen chakra, see how the grid goes. So spleen chakra on the right side, you know. As a matter of fact, make sure you cutting those cards, you know, that's where the energy vamps, psychic vamps could attach, or just anybody, you know, vamping your energy. So make sure you take that quartz, or you could take a piece of fire gate, something like that, but I would probably do quartz or like a kyanite or something where you could really envision cutting those cards. But I mean, you know, depending on how strong your visualization abilities are, you know, you could use this fire agate as well, you know, because you could envision the energy coming out of it like a knife and, you know, cutting, however the case may be. But be aware of psychic vamps and psychic energy, because again, I just got a lesson that like well, a lot of those psychic vamps and lower vibrational beings, they come after me through other people sometimes. I feel like, because I'm starting to realize that has to be the case, because some of these people are not fully dark and demonic people, but at some points it's almost like they're possessed by, you know, a certain entity and trying to energy vamp it, you know. So just being aware of that, you know. And another thing too, though, be aware to be fearless, you know. These things get energy and get power through you being scared of it. So I'm just telling you this to be aware of it, but not to be scared, because again, you know, the unity consciousness as well, you know, I am everything, you know what I'm saying? So why would I be scared of myself, you know? Yeah, it may be a polarity of myself that I don't deal with while in this physical form, but in essence, you know, it's still an extension of myself. So don't be scared of yourself, you know? Like Bob said, you can't run away from yourself. So psychic attack, you know, protection, definitely want to be aware of that. Black obsidian, smoky quartz, fire agate, tourmaline, another one, of course. And also saying daily mantras or affirmations of protection. Like whether you're just saying, may I be safe at all times, I am a high vibrational being. Matter of fact, one of mine is only high vibrations could exist within my physical body and my auric field. Because another thing too is saying affirmations, you always want to say good stuff. You don't want to say no negativity exists in my body, you know, like nah. You know, and I made sure I use the double no negativity, like nah, you know, you want to say only high vibrations, because also, you know, positive and negative energies may pass through the body in essence, you know, for lesson learning in essence. So that's why I just stay, for me, I say high vibration, you know, like I'm extremely high vibration, and only high vibrations exist within my physical body and auric field, you know what I'm saying? So that's one mantra. Using the mantra cream is like a Hindu Sanskrit mantra, just kind of like for like keeping away evil forces. So you could just say Om Cream, Om Cream, Om Cream 3 times. Om Cream, Om Cream, Cream, K-R-E-E-M, you know. But to keep those demonic forces away, you know, the word at first was the word. Those word vibrations carry energy, you know, and through repetition, the energy becomes stronger and it builds. So, you know, definitely want to just be aware of that, the lower vibrations and demon-like energies are becoming how can I say, they're manifesting in essence more visibly, in which too a lot of them are on their way out. So that's why they too, it's like one of the things where it's like trying to scare you on the way out type of vibration, but at the same time it's still gonna be like that polarizing energy where, you know, if there's gonna be some quote unquote evil around, it's gonna be recognizable. It's not gonna be so much of the smile on the face, like hitting, you know, like that anymore, as much as it's gonna be straight up like I come to, you know, for all the light being type of vibe. So definitely be aware of that. But and again, the X-Men vibe, you know, where we being taught to learn and respect everybody's unique vibration, you know. You and a person that's a fellow light being might agree upon might disagree upon almost everything. But at the same time, you know, it's the understanding of respecting that uniqueness, you know. Like, we don't have to hang together. That's another thing, like authenticity. You know, we don't have to hang around each other all the time to be considered friends. Let's be authentic. If our vibrations don't really vibe for too long, then we just vibe for however long we could vibe and keep it moving, you know. No necessarily like, all right, because we are light beings, or because I'm going to have to be around you for so long, you know, or this, like, nah. I like, we got to be around each other all the time because we are fellow light beings, this and that. Like, oh, you know, it's all on just the vibration of authenticity and the vibration of following your intuition. That's becoming more and more stronger, you know, the way it's through the heart, you know. Like, going through the heart, the unconditional love of the Christ consciousness. Stop dealing with that overthinking logic. Stop dealing with the logic of that brain first and foremost, and deal with that heart first, you know. To the point, the more and more you deal with that heart, you start to see that the logic, you know, dissolves, because it almost has no purpose when you're getting straight, direct answers to things through the intuition of the heart. So that's another thing we're moving closer to too, like that divine feminine energy becoming strong, and we're moving, you know, the feminine, or being open with the emotions. You know, being open with the emotions is how a lot of psychic mediums, and why most of them are women. But that's why, because it's being open and just dealing with those emotions in a way where you're not constricting, you know, constricting boundary, Saturn, man, straight lines. Stop all that. Stop the psychic energy. Yeah, that's another thing too. That's happening. Our psychic abilities is becoming way more, you know, way more heightened. And also, we also have to be aware and be a little careful at how you're dealing with your spiritual gifts and who you're dealing with them in front of, because things are also getting really like X-Men on that level, where, you know, it's, again, stay fearless, and it's not, you know, just being aware that, you know, be aware that there are people that's walking around, you know, searching and spying on a lot of us, you know, trying to, you know, see if we got some type of superpowers or something like that, you know. It's really being real. Like, just from being on Venice Beach, I could feel how many people watching for that reason, which is really like so unique, because it's like, I don't know, I feel you watching, but you're actually watching for light beings. Like, they're actually, like, what's funny, growing up, you think this stuff a joke. Like, you think X-Men is just a cartoon, and like these aspects is like, oh, this is somebody made this up in their brain. Like, nah, it's not made up. And you start to see if everything is thought, you know, again, a Hermetic principle is one of the laws of the universe. Everything is thought, and you see that, then those cartoons and all that exist because, you know, it's a reality to these scenarios, you know. But we're definitely moving towards the unity consciousness. But again, it doesn't mean that we all gonna be walking around and having to act alike and always have to hug and be peachy. You know, it's all right to get anger, the wrath of God, you know, the divine feminine wrath of God. Add that, you know what I'm saying? It's something that could be very raging and very angry, but at the same time so divine in that anger, and in, you know, like that build and destroy vibration, you know. Like how moms always would tell us, you know, I brought you in this world and I could take you out, you know. That's no coincidence that especially for sure the moms who vibe with that phrase heavy, you know, is a reason why they vibe with that phrase. Is because, you know, it's a very little, it's almost just as literal, you know, as above so below. They just expanding on the thoughts of their universal selves, you know, that divine feminine aspect that built the universe. Is like knowing, like, when we with the bullshit, like, I could just take out all of my, you know, that divine feminine energy, you know, definitely peeks his head out of most mothers or parents in general with that phrase, you know, of knowing, like, hey, I'm the creative energies towards you being here, and I could also be the destructive energies towards you not being here as well, you know. But and again too, getting closer to understanding those aspects. But now it's getting closer to getting to that understanding of not crying at death. At this point, like, we should not be like, oh, somebody. Like, of course, you know, feeling for that person on a physical level, because we still may be attached to the ego on certain points. But to just really stay with that old aspect of death, and like somebody really left when they transition, is like, all this has to be confronted, you know. But definitely, that's about it. Definitely, though, getting into that unity mode and that understanding where it's about unity, but with the unique vibrational signature, you know. My body works with unity, you know. My stomach is different from my heart, though, and my heart is different from my intestines, and my intestines is different from my finger, and my finger different from my ear different from my nose, my lungs different from my feet. But it's all one. It all works in unity, but certain areas of the body is used for certain different, you know, different aspects. and should respect and embrace their unique gift, whatever that may be. You know, we all have our little roles in essence. And it's time to just start, again, listening to that heart and being. That's how you're going to know, like The Rock, know your role and shut your mouth. But honestly, like, it's not disrespectful. It's knowing our role and shutting our mouth. Or should I say shutting our mouth and knowing our role, however it go, because it's shutting down our mouth, that ego, that bad thing. That mouth, shutting that mouth inside, and knowing our role, that heart, listening to that heart. When we shut our mouth, we can know our role. But if you constantly, your brain, like, just constant thoughts, then, your heart is not able to relay that message to you for you to know what your role truly is. Can I get an Amun Ra? Amun. That's it. Peace. Happy now. Now is the vibrate. You're not going too far in the future. Not going too far in the past. Right now.